Hello, am I audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll start.
Yes, sir.
So last class we are discussing about this car demo program. So basically we are still discussing about the abstract class concepts. So what we have discussed last class is that we discussed one new point under abstract class, and that is if you are defining an abstract method, that abstract method should be redefined in the same way in the subclass. You cannot change the return type. That is what we have discussed. So let me open that abstract class file. So we have discussed many things about abstract class and abstract methods. So last class, this is what we have discussed. It is an error if a child defines a method with the same signature as a parent method, but with a different return type. So you cannot have a different return type. The return type should be same as that of what is defined in the parent class. And we discussed some examples for that. Okay. So 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 in continuation with that, we have we have updated the class car demo. I think you remember this class card, not car card. Okay, we have a class called card, and it has an variable recipient, and it has an abstract method greeting, and it has many subclasses like Valentine, birthday, and holiday. Now what we did is we defined one more level of inheritance. That is, we created two subclasses of birthday. One is one is youth birthday, and the other one is adult birthday. Okay. So in youth birthday, we have returned the constructor, and also we have written a method called greeting. So this greeting method will first call the greeting method of the superclass. This greeting is actually the abstract method in the supermost class, which is called. Okay, and then once that the greeting method of the birthday class executed, then this statement will execute. Similarly, we did for adult birthday. So this we have executed yesterday. I mean in the last class, day before yesterday. So once again, I will execute this. File name is cod demo java c demo.java. Java cod demo. In today's class, what we are going to discuss is, so here you can, so this execution, what it shows in the sense, this ASFG and ZXGH, these are with respect to which class? These are with respect to youth birthday and adult birthday. Okay. Now let us further update this particular classes, this particular code demo class. So now we will be discussing a concept called as creating an array of objects. So what we are going to do is we are going to create array of objects for the class code. So code is the superclass. Code is the superclass. So here we are creating arrays of objects. So code, we are defining code as an array. Okay. and we are, so chord is the name of the superclass. For this superclass, we are creating an array. The name of the array is chords, and the size of the array is 12. See, please note down one thing. Here we are not creating object. Here we are defining the size of the array. So this new chord, it will create new references for chord. How many references? In the sense, it will create 12 references. It will create 12 references for the class chord. Okay, but here we are not going to use all the 12 references. We are using only 5 references. So one by one we are defining the references. Chords of 0. So here only we are creating object, or we are instantiating. Chords of 0 is equal to new youth birthday some name.
Valerie.
Okay, some name. Similarly, chords of 1 is equal to new adult birthday some name. Chords of 2 is new birthday some name. Chords of 3 is new holiday some name. Chords of 4 is new Valentine's some name. Okay, like that I can create. Currently I can create up to 12 chords. Chords of 5. I can create one more holiday, or whatever it may be, I can create. Okay. So like this we are creating, and then how to display this? So you can use an for loop and you can display. So we are writing for int j is equal to 0, j less than or equal to 5, because here I have created one more. Okay, so 0 to 5, so I made it 5, j plus plus chords of j dot greeting. So j is 0, it is the due to birthday, so it will greet Valai. When j is 1, it will greet Walter. Okay, it's adult birthday. So that particular, so youth birthday, you remember, it is actually, first it will call the greeting of the birthday, and then the youth birthday will display. Okay, so youth birthday will display, it will display like youth birthday, it will display like you are not grown, you are same, something like that. Okay, in youth birthday it will display you have grown, whereas adult birthday it will display you are not grown. Okay, so let me now execute this. I think I have not saved it. I will save first. I'm saving it. Then I'm executing. Okay, so this, so up to this it is before that array part. From here it is after the array. So these are the chords we have created: Valère, Walter, Zoe, Kelly, Jill, and etc. Okay, so the respective greetings were displayed. You can see the first two things. The first thing is a youth birthday, so it is displayed. It is just displaying birthday greeting, and then it is telling you have grown. The next is adult birthday, so it is telling birthday greeting you haven't changed. Okay, so this is something about what we call as how to create an array of objects. Okay? So that is that is about creating arrays of objects. The next concept what we'll be discussing is, we'll be discussing little more about the object class. What is an object class? What is the object class?
It is superclass of all classes.
Yeah, good. Object class is a superclass of all class. So any class, whether it is a predefined class or a user-defined class, any class that you write, the superclass of that class is nothing but an object class. Okay. So already I have told you. For example, if I create a class something like this, I create a class something like this, class what do you call box, writing something. So by default this class is a subclass of which class? This class is a subclass of which class?
Object class.
Object class. Object class. So it is equivalent to write like this. So whether you define it as a subclass of object or not, it is always subclass of the class object. So actually both these definitions are same. This and this both are same. There is no difference. So every class is a subclass of the class object. Okay, so that point we will discuss once again. And if you remember, to try to recollect, already under abstract class we have discussed that a superclass reference. So this is the key concept of abstract class. Superclass reference can point to subclass objects. Superclass reference can point to subclass object. Okay. See, are you all following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this point, a superclass reference can point to a subclass object. So object is what? Object is the superclass of all class. Object is the superclass of all class.
All class.
So it means that the reference of an object can point to any class. Or you get the reference of an object can point to any class. Okay?
Any class.
Say for example, let us consider this particular class box. Say I am writing like this, class square extends box. Then I am writing some code. Okay. Then I am writing class rectangle extends box, and here I am writing some code. Okay, so which is the superclass here? Which is the superclass and which is the subclass?
Box is the superclass, square and rectangle are the subclass.
Box is the superclass and square and rectangle are the subclass. So it means what? It means what? Box, the superclass reference can point to a subclass object. So I can create a reference for superclass B, and I can write like B is equal to new square. Is it correct or not correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, similarly I can also write B is equal to new rectangle. Is it correct or not correct?
Correct.
Okay, so now come to our point. Object class is the superclass of all class. Okay, object class is the superclass of all class. So it means can I write this object O? I am giving a reference for the class object, and I am writing O is equal to new box. Is it valid or invalid? That is my question. Is it correct or not correct?
Correct, sir.
Correct. Because of which rule it is correct?
Because object
is superclass of all classes.
superclass for the every classes.
Okay, and what is the another rule? Superclass reference can point to subclass object. Okay.
Subclass object.
So can I write this O is equal to new square? Is it correct or not correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, good. Can I write this O is equal to new rectangle? Is this correct
Yes,
or
sir.
not correct? Yes. Okay. So that is
Correct.
what we are going to discuss next in today's class. So let me take that core demo class itself. So here what we are doing is, first we are creating a reference for the class object. First we are creating a reference for the class object, right? Then we are creating some objects. string str is equal to some name Airtel. Double dbl is equal to new double. See, this is another way of creating a double value, or if it is okay, this is actually here we are creating a double object. Okay, this is we are creating a double value as an object. Double dbl is equal to new double 32. Youth birthday, we are creating an object for the class youth birthday. Youth birthday ybd is equal to new youth birthday of iron. Okay, so now you tell me string is a class, right? What is the superclass of string?
Object.
Object. Double is a class. What is the superclass of double?
Object.
Object. Good. Youth birthday is a class. What is the superclass of youth birthday?
Object.
No. Youth birthday superclass is birthday.
Birthday, yes.
Birthday superclass is chord.
Object.
Chord.
Card.
Chord superclass is
Object.
chord superclass is object. Are you following the hierarchy?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Youth birthday superclass is what?
Birthday.
Birthday.
Birthday. Birthday superclass is
Card.
Card.
chord superclass is
Object.
object. Okay, so anyway it is a subclass of the class object. Okay, so and also we know the rule. What is the rule? The rule says that superclass reference can point to superclass reference
Subclass object.
can point to subclass object. Okay, class object. So this is correct or not? Obj equal to str.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, it is correct. Good. Is this correct or not? Obj equal to dbl.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it should be correct. This is correct or not? Obj equal to ybd.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, fine. Now how to access this? So we are assigning, but how to access? So first we are assigning obj equal to str. It means that the superclass reference obj is pointing to str. But how can I display? But I cannot display directly because obj is an object, is a reference of the class object. Okay. So before accessing, I have to do type conversion. So you cannot display directly, but you have to do type conversion. So you cannot display system.out.println obj, but you have to convert it to string, right? So if you convert it to string and display, it will display Airtel, right? Similarly, here we are saying obj equal to dbl. So now, see, obj is different type. It is a type of object. dbl is different type, double. So again, now also before displaying, you have to do explicit type conversion. System.out.println double obj. Okay, then it will display. Okay, so this is fine, but how will you access the youth birthday object? So here we are doing obj equal to ybd, right? So now obj is pointing to ybd. ybd is an object of the class youth birthday. So first obj, now we are converting it to youth birthday. So now obj has become an object of type youth birthday. Okay, so this entire thing is now something like an object of the class youth birthday, and now we can access dot greeting. So which in turn will call the greeting method. Are you following this? Are you following? Any doubts?
Yes, sir.
No.
Fine. Okay. So the point here is using an object, using the reference of the object class, you can refer to any of the objects. Using the reference of the object class, you can refer to any objects. Okay, that can be of any class. Now let me execute this program. Okay, so up to this it is from the previous execution. So this is the string. str is pointing to this string Airtel. Okay, now we are displaying OBJ, but OBJ is pointing to the string. So we are typecasting it and we are displaying. So displaying active. Then this is that double value 32,
Double.
where OBJ is pointing. Okay, and this is the method called by OBJ, which is referred to the object of the class youth birthday. Is it clear? Then I want to so now I want to point OBJ to adult birthday. How should I write that code? Could someone help? What should I write?
OBJ is equal to ABD.
But ABD, where is the object? First create ABD object.
First, we have to create that object.
Yeah, tell that code.
Adult birthday ABD equal to
Adult birthday ABD is equal to new
adult birthday.
New adult birthday name. Okay. Next. Then what should I write? What should be the next statement?
OBJ equal to ABD.
OBJ equal to ABD. Next.
Adult
Same as
birthday OBJ.
OBJ equal to ABD. Then what should we do? No need of system.out.println. What should we do? Yeah,
It is same as youth birthday.
the adult birthday
OBJ dot greeting.
OBJ. Okay, dot
Greeting.
rating. Right. So this bracket is closed here. This bracket is closed here, and these two are closed. Now let me execute this. Okay, so here we are getting the last that B and C greeting. Okay, right? So this is the role of the what you call the object reference. Okay, so using a reference of an object class, you can access it. So here is the code which shows the how to create array of objects. The similar code we have discussed. And this is the review of object class, which we have also discussed some examples. So you try to answer this question. Is string is an object? It means is string is a subclass of the class object?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. See, if it is like this, string is an object means is it a subclass or not? That is the point. Okay. Is card is an object?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Card is
Our
also
card
an
class, it is an object. It is a subclass of the class object. Is JApplet is an object?
No.
No, JApplet is a predefined class in Java. Is it an object class? Is a subclass of object or not?
Yes.
Yes. All classes are subclass of the class object.
Object.
Okay. So you can see the answer here. Everything is yes. So this we have discussed. So that is what it says. So the question is the following code is okay or not? Yes, it is okay. Okay. See, next we will be discussing something called instance of. There is an operator. There is a special operator in Java, which is called as instance of operator. First, what is an operator? Could someone define operator? How will you define operator? What is an operator?
1 second, sir.
Pardon? operator is something operates on the operand, which operates on the operand. So what are the, could you tell some operators? Plus is operator. Okay, it operates on two or more operands. Okay, minus is operator, star is operator, slash is operator, equal to is an operator, double equal to is an operator, right? All these are operators. Similarly, here we are discussing that there is a new operator, there is a special operator called instance of. The name of the operator itself is what? Instance of. Okay, so what is the use of this operator? This operator is used to check, the to which class a particular object belongs. This operator is used to check to which class a particular object belongs. Okay, say for example in the previous code, let me see at this point obj is an object of, see, obj is an object, obj is a superclass, obj is a reference of the class object that we know, but currently obj is pointing to which object? Currently obj is pointing to which object? Currently obj is pointing to which object? At this point obj is pointing to which object?
ABD.
No, here obj is pointing where?
STR.
str. So str is an object of which class?
String.
String class. So currently obj is pointing to which object? String object.
String.
Currently obj is pointing to string object. So if I write a statement like this, if obj is instance of, so the object name is instance of, not is. If obj is instance of, is it true or not true? Is it true or not true?
True, sir.
True.
Okay, so say I will display true. But at this point, can I say that if obj instance of double, is it an instance of double at this time?
No, sir.
No, it is not pointing to double, but currently it is pointing to where? String. Okay.
String.
So if it is an instance of double, say I will say system.out.println.
False.
If it is an instance of double, I will say true. Okay. Else false. Get it?
Yes.
So similarly, I can do here also. So at this point, it is an instance of which class? Obj equal to dbl.
Double.
It's an instance of double, but it is not an instance of string. Okay, so let us check this. I'm saving it. Here you can see one is true, the other one is false, the other one is true. So the first true is what? It is an instance of string. False, it is not an instance of double. Next is it is an instance of double. Okay.
Double.
So instance of is an operator which is used to check whether a particular object is a whether a particular thing is an object of some class or not, right? So this is the core purpose of the instance of operator.